Hi, this is Majinoni. Here's my review for The Flash, number 7, Brightest Day 15, and Generation Lost, number 15. I'm going to do the Flash one first. Now, I'm really at a loss in terms of do I really like this issue a lot, or do I think it's just an average issue? This is pretty much just focuses on Captain Boomerang, and it's an origin issue, but one thing I've liked about the origin issue storyline is they really go into Captain Boomerang as a child, the type of life he had growing up, how he first bonded with the boomerang, and then eventually evolved to him becoming the criminal. Now, the thing I liked about it is they didn't do it in a 5-issue limited series. It was basically just, here's a high-level bang, step 1, step 2, step 3, and now he's a criminal. I mean, you don't get all the unnecessary fluff that would come in a miniseries. So I kind of appreciate that. Now, the art's, that's pretty much in the same style, which I kind of like, but I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to like it. Because the other one, in the earlier issues, had a little bit more dynamic look to it, because it's a lot of city fighting, you had a lot of perspective, things like this, and this is a little bit more, all these panels are a little bit more tighter. Now, with this issue here, Captain Boomerang is basically trying to fulfill his Brightest Day quest, I guess you can say, and he's going after the Reverse Flash, and he needs to free him because basically he needs him to help him out. He knows that Reverse Flash can see in the future, and he needs some assistance. So, overall, I thought it was interesting, but it's not like what I would call necessarily a stellar issue. I think this is a good starting point, and in a way, this issue to me is more about Brightest Day than the first 6 issues that had the Brightest Day logo on it. Because actually, it looks like this is where it's going to start advancing the story, and so I'm really curious to see where this is going to go. But for me, like I said, it's a solid book, but I think there's going to be a lot of people out there who may not like it. But you might want to give it a try if you're looking for to find out about the Flash side of things. Brightest Day, number 15. This is all Martian Man Hunter. So if you like the Martian Man Hunter, this is the issue for you. Now, I thought the art, I think, is just okay. I mean, the art has some good moments, but my problem with the art is the faces. I don't like the way the faces are, and I don't mean it because, in a sense, they're older in this issue, but it's just the way he draws it. If you remember the previous issue, John was basically being, I don't want to say mind controlled, but the other Martian was feeding him a fake world that he was living in. And in this world here, it's basically showing you what's going on, where it's like it's in the future, all the Martians have been restored, peace on Earth, that type of thing. Everything's great, all the villains are locked up, but something happens where all the key heroes, they're all murdered. Like Green Lantern, Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. And so John goes on a quest to figure out who killed them. I'm not going to reveal who's the killer, but I can say that those deaths are crucial to him basically realizing he's living in a dream fantasy world. Overall, I thought it was a decent issue, but it's it's one of those things where I just want the story to advance, and I'm not seeing where it's advancing, so I get kind of frustrated with it. But I'll still keep buying it for now, at least. Next up is Justice League Generation Lost, number 15. Now, I did this one last specifically because I'm going to do a little spoiler a little bit later. It's not really a bad spoiler, but I wanted to make a comment on something that happened in this issue. One thing that I found, which was kind of funny about this, is if you remember, Max Lord, he can't, nobody remembers who he is except for Justice League International people. Now, he needs to kill Wonder Woman, but the problem is or he wants to kill Wonder Woman. But the problem is, nobody knows who Wonder Woman is suddenly, and Max is totally freaking out at this because nobody knows who she is. He's like, I had things in place to make, monitor her, and nothing's working. So I thought that part was kind of funny. Like their twist of irony type thing. And, Max don't like irony. So anyways, you also had another interaction here between Booster Gold and Captain Atom. Captain Atom's like, I've seen the future, Max is winning, and then plus they're on the TV, they're making me look like I'm a killer, I didn't kill him, Magog, and then, I'm going to kill him, and Booster's like, no, you can't do that. Well, he starts chewing him out. He's like, we're heroes, we're this, we're that, and besides, I need to kick his ass first. So I thought that was kind of funny how, Booster Gold's putting his own personal vendetta in front of Captain Atom's personal vendetta, even though technically Captain Atom's vendetta is a little bit more severe, I guess you could say. Now, Max has calls in the secret strike force, I guess you can say, to take out the Justice League International. Now, from this part on, there's going to be some spoilers, but that's because I wanted to make a comment on something. And so if you don't want to know who they send, this is a good time where you might want to stop. Now, basically what happens is their secret base gets attacked, and what's revealed is the Creature Commandos are attacking them. Now, if you don't know who the Creature Commandos are, they first appeared in the Weird War Tales, and that was, I think, sometime back in the 80s, early 80s. And what they were is, it's a military unit with Werewolf, Frankenstein, Dracula, people like that. Now, the one thing I find is kind of odd about this timing is, if you remember, Marvel with their the New Mutants saga has their mutants from who went down to hell and then became Creature Commandos. So I thought the timing of the two is very interesting. Now, I'm not saying Marvel swiped DC or DC swiped Marvel. I think it's just purely coincidental. Now, the other thing I have a problem with is, if you look at this guy here, doesn't he look like somebody out of He-Man? It just, I don't know, something that looks out of a He-Man or Thundercats is where it's at. Mumra. So, when I originally saw this guy here, I was like, man, that guy looks familiar. And it just completely, totally distracted me from this whole impact here. But one thing I will say is, I actually am kind of glad that they brought the Creature Commandos out, just because, it's something that we haven't seen in a long time, nor readers don't have absolutely no clue who these guys are. But at the same time, I think it's, it could pose to be something that's interesting. They could make something interesting out of it. Overall, I really like this issue. I'm really looking forward to the next one. And this, in my opinion, this is probably one of the more stronger titles in the Brightest Day line right now. If you have any comments or questions, just let me know. Rate the video up or down, let me know what you think. Out of these three titles, which do you think is the stronger of the Brightest Day books? Let me know what you think. And I'll have a little bit more reviews up later. So until next time.